Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Crispy, and welcome back to another Shape of Dreams build video. This is going to be another video on Yubar, since I believe I forgot to talk about the Ignite build on him last video. So I'm going to go to the skill tree. So, Yubar, again, very squishy. You need a decent amount of luck in the run to get this build going, but it is very strong once you get it going. It's not as strong as some of the other builds, but it's still very um, reliable if you want to play Ubar. So, for the Traveler Memories, we're going to bring the Ether's Influence and Tranquility. Tranquility, very important. And Exotic Matter. Just the default stuff. Destruction Tree. I'm going to go through these again, just for this new build. So, Destruction Tree, we have the Starry Sky Tapestry. We have Dazzling Meteor. We have Stellar Flow. We have Eclipse. Oh, sorry, no Stellar Flow. Sorry about that. If you can fit it. I have Crimson Flame, and I have Mature Mind, and these are all on. I would put the Stellar Flow on. I guess I can unlock it now. If I could. There we go. If I had a choice, I would get this dodge. Extra dodge charge could be very good, but I don't have it right now. So we're gonna go on the life tree. We have Unconditional Love, and I have Second Wind for now. Imagination, I have Cookie Baker, very important, and I've gotten a Fairy Tale, which is also good. I have Efficient Extraction, and Sharp Negotiator, and Primordial Chaos, followed by Intersecting Memories. And then on this flexible tree, I have Monstrous Charm, Dismantle and Analyze, and Black Market. So a lot of imagination stuff in this build. The only flexible skill I took was Song of Stars, which is going to reduce the cooldown of your essences and memories, but increase the cooldown of Tranquility, which is very worth. Right. So, with that being said, let's go take a look at the actual Deja Vu memory you would want to take and the actual pieces of the build. So, for your Deja Vu, if you have it unlocked, you want to go ahead and take either Clemency, for just so you have the healing, because without healing, this character is very hard to play. If you have the Chipped Eye of the Sun, you can also take that if you're not worried about finding healing. And then if you have Chipped Essence of Fever, you can take that. Both of these add a lot of damage. The Chipped Essence of Fever and the Chipped Eye of the Sun both add a lot of damage, and you can read what they do by pausing. But Clemency is overall the best one to take because it's going to get you to the point of maybe finding those. Another good one that you could take, and I didn't want to take this because it's kind of hard to get, you would have to go to a Ascension Shrine and ascend a legendary essence to a unique essence, and you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting this at that. And this is also a very, very good one to take for this build, which is the Chipped Eternal Flame. So, if we go to Ignite, which is going to be one of your main skills for this build, on Ignite, I love to take the extra charges on Ignite. Very important for this build, and that's going to be your, where's it at? Oh, here it is. So the first skill for Ignite is going to be your Chipped Essence of Virtue. This is very important because Ignite restores all its charges at once. So if you have 8 charges and you cast it 8 times, most of the time your Ignite's probably going to be almost back up by the time you're done casting 8 times very quickly. Another thing I would take on Ignite is the Chipped Essence of Momentum. Now this is good if you just need a little bit of extra cooldown, so you can, with the beam Yubar has, you can shoot the beam a little bit for like maybe get this like 0.5 or 1 second, and it'll pretty much make your Ignite have little to no cooldown. The other thing I took on Ignite, and I really like this, is the Chipped Essence of Fever. So this goes on your actual Ignite. And it says, you know, when this memory does fire damage, it's going to inflict them with fever, and they explode after 2 seconds. So you can quickly cast all these Ignite charges, increasing the damage they're going to take after 2 seconds. So you're just going to terminate entire packs of the enemies very quickly. And it also works very well on bosses. Second skill, and I actually enjoyed playing this one, the Corrosive Trails. So Corrosive Trails you're only going to use if you get one particular thing, and that's going to be the Chipped Essence of Sulfur. What it's going to do is it's going to convert your poison damage to fire damage and increase your fire damage over time. So this is very, very good because this skill puts out a lot of dot damage and will keep the fire stacks up on the boss or in the mobs. And it deals a lot of damage, increases your movement speed, and keeps you overall safer while doing damage. On Corrosive Trails, besides the Essence of Sulfur, I would have the Chipped Essence of Accuracy. If you're running around a lot, this is going to be shooting a lot of extra shots at the enemies and doing a lot of extra damage overall. So that's going to help a ton. And the other thing I would put is I would put the Chipped Essence of Metal. Since this is mostly going to be for like killing giant mobs of enemies or going through rooms, it's very helpful to have the cooldown get reduced on kills, since it doesn't actually start reducing the cooldown until after the skill ends. The third skill I would bring, if you can get it, is the Pillar of Flame. Now, Pillar of Flame is a point click, not a point click, it's you aim it, but it's a very quick ability, so you can just mix it into the rotation. Pretty much, it allows you to get more fire essences off, so you can put the rest of your fire essences that you couldn't squeeze onto your Ignite onto this skill. So say you had the Chipped Eye of the Sun. You will put Chipped Eye of the Sun on your Pillar of, Pillar of Flame. So the first one would be Chipped Eye of the Sun. Then you could put your Chipped Eternal Flame onto the Chipped Eye, onto the Pillar of Flame, sorry. And then, like, the last option that I would choose for this skill, and I have to think about it, I think, honestly, the last slot is very, very flexible in terms of what you can bring. Essence of Paranoia is always good for most abilities that don't move you. So you could try bringing Essence of Paranoia. You could also try bringing a little extra healing with the Essence of Rejuvenation. Or another very good one, now that I think about it, and I'll probably put this one for the priority in the description, is the Chipped Essence of Charcoal. That one's very good as well. And then, as usual, for your Tranquility, which is the Traveler's Essence skill, or the Traveler's Memory skill, Tranquility. For Tranquility, I would bring anything cooldown. So you're going to go with Chipped Essence of Efficiency, and just squeeze in any other cooldown you can find throughout the run, whether it's through like through the Chipped Essence of Insight, or the Chipped Essence of Protection is also very good because it's gonna give you a little extra tankiness after you're done casting it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I'm gonna quickly show what type of damage it can do in the bosses, and I will go from there. Alright, so this is the first one I have for you guys. It's going to be the 4th room boss. And I did not have the extra charges, unfortunately. I did not pull them on my run. So my build was not as clean as I wanted it to be. But overall, if you could, I would just go with the Fever, the Clemency, and the extra charges. And that's usually enough to keep the Ignite consistent. You see, he's just taking constant burn damage. Like, he's just whittling away while I do these. And he's dead. As simple as that. And then I also wanted to show, like, doing a random room. So the clear from the poison is very nice. It helps a lot with, you know, playing solo Yubars. Very dangerous, of course. And again, the build feels so much better when you have the extra ignite charges. Very important. And dead. But yeah. So Yubar, again, very strong with this ignite build. Still very squishy. I wish I could get her a little bit tankier. And I would honestly, if you don't get that poison skill with the fire damage, I would take some sort of survivability, whether it's the, what's that ability called? The jump. Let me go to here. I would take Winter Dive. Or I would take, you know, Mass Protection for the early game, or Purgatory for the early game to get you to where you need to be. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, and I will be doing more build videos for other characters. The next character I'm going to try to do, I know I said it last time, but I'm going to try to do Vesper this time and see what I can cook with that. So I will see you guys in the next one.